What is
the East Lancashire
derby?
It's the biggest game in world football.
The biggest derby in the UK.
the East Lancashire derby is comfortably the biggest derby in England. There's not a hatred like it.
It is passion. It is tradition. It is everything that is right in the world of football.
Growing up as a Burnley fan,
We couldn't beat them, and it was a struggle for so many years. We couldn't beat them.
beforehand I kind of just didn't really have much of a hatred to Blackburn because I didn't really experience that when I was growing up. Of course, we played back in 09-10, but we kind of felt like such underdogs that I didn't really take it seriously. And maybe because I was too young to really understand. But it was in that game that David Dunn scored that miles offside goal, that it was at that stage that it really hit me about how much it really meant to me, how much it really got to me. And I couldn't get it out of my mind for weeks.
But, you know,
Good things come to those who wait.
Danny Ings put it in the back of the net to make it 2-1.
first time we beat them in 35 years, I might have been 6 or 7 years old. I didn't even know what was going on, really. I was 6 or 7, but I just knew it was an unbelievable moment. My dad was buzzing.
And I remember when that full-time whistle went, I was just running down my street. Just so it felt like a weight was lifted from my shoulders. And I believe that every single Burnley fan felt the exact same when that full-time whistle went.
Ross Wallace, stab back, Danny Ings, it's in! Danny Ings has turned this one around for Burnley. Is the long wait, the 35-year wait coming to an end?
I do feel like a lot of football fans kind of overlook the rivalry that is on here between Burnley and Blackburn. They look at the attendance, you know.
Only 20,000 on, or at Ewood, you know, there might be 23, 24,000 on. You know, that's not that big. It's not that big of a game. If they cared that much, you know, there'd be more than that on.
But you look at the town size. That's all you've got to do. Burnley, if you put every person that lives in Burnley into Wembley, there would be spare seats. That's how small Burnley is. And the fact how big the football club is in comparison to the town is mental. Same with Blackburn. They're not the biggest town. Yes, slightly bigger than Burnley, but how big their club is. They've won Premier League titles. The hatred is in this derby is genuinely unmatched.
It's a fucking brutal derby.
I've seen players at each other's throats. I've seen fans at each other's throats because of what this means.
A lot of Blackburn fans live in the past, and I mean, can you blame them? They did so well. They dominated Lancashire for 35 years, winning a Premier League title in that time period. But I know I would rather be living in the present. I mean, I wasn't around when they won a Premier League title. That doesn't bother me. It literally, hey, if I know that Don wants to come and say that, I made fair play. But for me, that doesn't affect things. Now, I would be rather in this generation where Burnley have absolutely crushed Blackburn in terms of standings, head-to-head. You know, we finished in Europe not too long ago. And, you know, I remember the season we went down with Dyche. We came, battered the league, battered Blackburn, and went straight back up, you know. And now
We're coming down to their level. And we're here to do the same thing again, baby. Did a double, win a league, leave them again. That's how it's going to go.
kind of maybe leave the meaning of the derby just in the past for a few seconds. This game is massive. This game is huge. Not just for the fact it's the Bastard Rovers, but for the fact it is first versus second. Whoever wins goes into the World Cup top of the Championship.
It's bigger than it ever was before. Burnley obviously first, coming into this undefeated at Turf Moor this season. Blackburn having a very good season, good start to the season, looking strong. I don't think they've drawn a game. They keep winning, but also they've got a fair few losses in there, whereas Burnley, we've only lost 2 this season. It's going to be a good game.
But by all means, we should smash them.
For me, this game, it's not about how good the team is. I think Burnley as a team are much better side. But it's about this. It's about using the head. It's about being able to fight the mental battles that are going to happen all over that pitch. The fans are going to make it a toxic atmosphere. Then Blackburn themselves are going to try and make it a scrappy game. And it's, do we have the maturity, I suppose, to stand up and be counted?
We want to see our players wear our kit, represent our town, and beat those bloody bastards, whatever it takes.
This game is Jay Rodriguez's career. This game, Jay's career has been built up to this game. It's everything he's been made for, the Burnley lad. He bleeds claret and blue, and now he finally gets to play in the derby. He will have watched it so many times growing up. Everything we have spoken about already, Jay feels. And this game it's no different to him. He is one of us on the pitch, and I fully believe he will carry his heart on his sleeve. He will put everything into this game because he hates the bastard as much as we do.
I will be awaiting Sunday with incredible anticipation.
All I hope is that the winning team are the ones in claret and blue.
I'd like to say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I think it's time for them bastard Rovers to finally be humbled again.
We should smash them. And that is why I hate bastards.
That's